Hi there, everybody. This is David, and 2024 has just been a jam-packed year with a ton of RPGs out there. It has been super difficult to even play like the big ones, the mainline ones, those Square Enix ones, the Metaphors, the Atlas titles, the Yakuza titles, those things. It's been so difficult to even get to those, let alone the indie RPGs that are out there. So today I want to go over 5 great indie RPGs that I betcha you didn't play. And I do think that that's worth a sub, as I do try my hardest to 100,000 subscribers. With your help, your like, and your sub, I just know I can get there. Thank you so much for that, and now, let's get started going over these 5 games that I know you didn't play. First up, and undoubtedly the one that ages me the most, The Secret of Varonis. It should come as no surprise to any of y'all that I'm an old school guy. I'm almost 43 years old, and I grew up on the original NES and the Game Boy. So while this game here might not appeal to some of the younger viewers, I think it'll definitely appeal to anybody who shares my gaming history. The old school black and white graphics are intentional, as this is a spiritual successor to the 3 Final Fantasy Legend games originally released back on the Game Boy. It takes all the best aspects of those games and then kind of like throws them into a blender to produce one stellar story. With humans, mutants, robots, and monsters to choose from who level up just the same way that they did in the original games, to a fast-paced turn-based battle system, to glimmering combat as well, and a tower that connects all the worlds, this is just doing everything right. But there's also some major quality of life improvements here too, such as on-screen encounters, the ability to choose what magic spells and what abilities you would like your espers and monsters to inherit and learn, as well as the ability to sell your meat if you don't have a monster or don't want to use it. You just kind of sell it right then and there, and you get the gold. You can tell that the development team really knew what they were doing, they loved the source material, and that love shines through whenever you're playing this absolute gem. But now let's take a game that combines a Game Boy classic with some SNES sensibilities. And that's number 2, the Flowstone Saga. What a unique experience this thing was. I have seen some genre swaps in my time, but I don't think that I've ever seen Tetris meet up with an RPG until now, really. This definitely breathed some new life into the genre, because instead of like fighting in action or strategy or turn-based combat, you instead fight with Tetris blocks. And just how like in Tetris, when you get like a double, triple, or quadruple line clear, the more points that you got, here, the more lines that you clear with your Tetris, the more damage that you deal to the enemies. But this isn't just like Tetris. I mean, we've all played that before, and that would be boring. So first of all, while some of the blocks are the same, many of them are different, and the further along that you play, the more blocks that you'll unlock for the board. And also, heat crystals will be attached to some of the blocks, and if you connect 3 or more of those crystals together, you'll gain some heat, which increases the damage that you deal, and you'll also gain heat by clearing the lines quickly. So there's a lot of moving parts here and different things to keep track of, but it's worth it, and I think you have a blast with this one, and there's a storyline here to connect it all together, great characters, and a whole living, breathing world. But moving on from, turn-based Tetris, let's go back to action with number 3, Secrets of Grindia. Secret of Mana, step aside, there is a new kid in town. This is a love letter to classic action RPGs with a humorous twist and with modern quality of life features. You'll be kicking ass and taking names in combat, while also developing your hero any way that you choose with the intricate skill trees, where you also gather a plethora of loot. The skill tree system is just ridiculous. You can really tailor your hero to suit your own preferred playstyle, from like the basic bitch sword wielding hero, to a spell slinging mage, to summoners or even archers. Whatever you want, you can make. But don't let the bright, cheery pixel art graphics fool you, because this here is definitely a challenge. And just as the title says, you're going to have to do some grinding, but, if you think that this is like a Souls-like, it's not. This just kind of has like that old school SNES challenge, which feels just right. And just like Secret of Mana, there's also a cooperative mode, where up to 4 different players can join forces to tackle dungeons, fight bosses, and uncover the secrets together. Add to that the tongue-in-cheek humor and quirky NPCs, which just adds like a ton of charm to the narrative. It is a joy to play, and this whimsical world will keep you coming back for more. But continuing through our journey through these SNES-inspired classics, let's look at one that was inspired by turn-based classics rather than the action ones. And that's our number 4, Beloved Rapture. This here really does take the best of that holy trinity of the SNES turn-based games. You know the three: Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and Lufia 2. This is set in a beautifully crafted pixel art world, and the game explores themes of love, loss, and redemption through a story that's as heartfelt as it is compelling. The turn-based combat system is both accessible and strategic, allowing you to experiment with skills and party synergies with up to 6 different characters, and exploration is a joy, as the regions are meticulously detailed with tons of secrets waiting to be uncovered at every turn. You're going to be tunneling through caves to get to secret areas, diving underwater to find treasures, fishing, and even blacksmithing to power up. Not only that, but there is a chapter system, as well as on-screen encounters, and once you beat an enemy, it's not going to reappear until the chapter resets, making backtracking easy as pie. But don't worry, because every single chapter and every single region are absolutely enormous. You'll never run out of places to go, enemies to fight, and new sights to see. So if you value deep narratives and the timeless charm of pixel art RPGs like I do, then this is an unforgettable experience that will resonate with you long after the credits roll. And now, a hop, skip, and a jump away from the SNES, let's look at a game that was inspired by the classics on the Sega Genesis, and that is number 5, Beyond Galaxyland. This here is an out-of-this-world, pun intended, RPG that has you planet hopping, which definitely reminds me of that fantastic Phantasy Star series. This here is a thrilling blend of space exploration and fast-paced action, where, after you're unceremoniously kidnapped from Earth, you're then set adrift in Galaxyland, which is essentially a solar system of various planets, each with their own unique flora and fauna, monsters, villages, alien species, and just like, everything else that you'd expect to find on an alien planet. You'll take control of a customizable starship, navigate a vast galaxy filled with hostile alien fleets, mysterious anomalies, and uncharted worlds, all while engaging in real-time turn-based combat, similar to, what's over in Super Mario RPG. Whether you're scavenging for resources, upgrading your ship, or uncovering the secrets of a long-lost civilization, Beyond Galaxyland will keep you coming back as you unravel the mysteries of the galaxy and try to make your way back home to Earth. So that's our 5 indie RPGs that you probably missed playing this year. And if you did miss them, be sure to check them out, because I just guarantee that you will love them. But now, I want to ask you, what indie RPGs did you play this year that you just loved? Let's all talk and chat about it in the comments. And if you like this video, here's another video that I really do think that you're going to enjoy. So please do be sure to check that one out. And also, feel free to leave a like and a comment, because it helps me out a ton. And as always, have a good day.